Evelyn stepped into the cozy warmth of Brood Awakening, her favorite cafe tucked away in the heart of Willowbrook. She settled into their usual corner booth, where the soft glow of pendant lights cast gentle shadows on the worn wooden table. With a familiar nod to the barista, she ordered a creamy latte for herself and a bold black coffee for Nathan, just as she always did. Nathan had called earlier, his voice tinged with urgency, saying he needed her help with something important. As she waited, Evelyn's gaze drifted to the bustling street outside, where people hurried through the crisp autumn air. Inside, the nostalgic strains of the Beatles' Something floated softly, weaving a delicate spell over the room. Everyone in Willowbrook knew Evelyn as the girl of autumn, quiet, introspective, and deeply romantic. Her warm, hazel eyes saw the world through a lens of tender emotion, finding beauty in fleeting moments, the rustle of leaves, the fleeting smile of a stranger, the way sunlight danced on the river. Yet, her feelings were a guarded secret, locked deep within her soul. She cherished every relationship with unwavering sincerity, believing that love, in all its forms, deserved nothing less than the heart's full devotion. Evelyn and Nathan had been inseparable since their high school days at Willowbrook High. Back then, Nathan was the charming, quick-witted boy with a radiant smile and a knack for soccer that made him the star of every game. After school, they'd pedal their bikes through avenues lined with sycamore trees, their leaves fluttering like golden confetti. Summers were spent flying kites in the open fields, laughing under endless blue skies. Over time, Evelyn's affection for Nathan grew into something deeper, a quiet love that bloomed as she transitioned from a girl to a young woman. But Nathan, ever carefree, saw her only as his closest friend. Once, under the shade of a towering oak, he'd grabbed her hand and said with a grin, "We'll always be best friends, right? No one gets me like you do." Those words, meant to reassure, pierced Evelyn's heart. She buried her love deep, terrified that confessing it would sever the fragile thread of their friendship. To her, seeing Nathan smile, hearing his stories, and sharing quiet moments was enough, or so she told herself. Nathan arrived, slipping into the booth with an easy grace. His dark hair was slightly tousled, and tiny beads of sweat glistened on his forehead from the brisk walk. "Have you been waiting long?" he asked, his voice warm. "You already ordered my coffee?" Like always, Evelyn replied, her eyes catching the familiar spark in his. "So, what's this big issue you need me for?" Nathan leaned back, his expression turning serious. "It's about me and Lily." The name hit Evelyn like a shard of ice. Lily, vibrant, confident, and effortlessly beautiful, had entered their lives at Evelyn's 20th birthday party. She was Evelyn's college classmate, a whirlwind of energy who captivated Nathan instantly. By the end of that night, they were a couple, and Evelyn, unwillingly, became their confidant. Lily shared every detail of their romance, their first date under the stars, the scarf Nathan gifted her, the electric moment their hands first touched. Each story was a fresh wound for Evelyn, though she masked her pain with a practiced smile, playing the role of the supportive friend flawlessly. Behind her cheerful facade, she'd turn away and cry, the ache in her heart a constant, unhealing scar. Neither Nathan nor Lily ever suspected her true feelings, so perfectly did she conceal them. Deep down, Evelyn only wanted Nathan's happiness, even if it meant standing on the sidelines. Now, here she was again, listening as Nathan poured out his troubles about Lily. She braced herself, assuming it was another lover's quarrel she'd be tasked with mending. "Did you upset Lily again?" Evelyn asked, her tone light but her chest tight. "I don't even know," Nathan said, running a hand through his hair. "I didn't do anything, but she wants to break up. This time, it feels final." "Break up?" Evelyn's voice betrayed a flicker of hope, quickly smothered by guilt. "Yeah. She says I don't love her, that I don't even understand my own feelings." Nathan's eyes searched hers, confused and pleading. "I don't get it." "Maybe you did something to hurt her," Evelyn offered, trying to stay neutral. "Maybe you stopped showing her you care. You can fix it, you know." In her mind, she thought, it's probably just Lily overreacting, like always. "Can you talk to her for me?" Nathan's voice softened, almost desperate. "She'll open up to you. Please, Ev, help me figure this out." Evelyn sighed, a mix of resignation and weariness. "Fine. You two are hopeless. It's always me playing mediator." Nathan's face broke into a relieved grin. "Thanks, best friend. You're the only one I can count on in times like this." Her smile was tinged with sadness. 星号 best friend. Too perfect at it, aren't I? Asterisk. True to her word, Evelyn arranged to meet Lily at a quiet park bench by the river, hoping to uncover the root of the breakup and help Nathan mend things. But she wasn't prepared for the conversation that unfolded. How long are you going to keep up this act, Evelyn? Lily began, her voice sharp before Evelyn could speak. Here to play peacemaker again? Nathan might be clueless, but I see right through you. You smile for us, but you cry when you're alone. Did you know I broke up with him because of you? Evelyn's heart stopped. What do you mean, because of me? I've only ever wanted you two to be happy. Lily's eyes softened, but her smile was bittersweet. Sure, I was Nathan's first choice, but I'm not blind. I came after you. You and Nathan, you fit. He's too dense to see his own heart, and you're too scared to admit yours. Why don't you both just be honest for once? I love him, but I deserve someone who loves me fully, not someone whose heart is elsewhere. The words struck Evelyn like a tidal wave. She left the park in a daze, unable to face Nathan. How could she explain what Lily had said? She didn't fully understand it herself, but one thing was clear. Lily had seen her hidden love and walked away because of it. Lily was right. Evelyn had never dared to live her truth. Now, the thought of confronting Nathan terrified her. What if their friendship crumbled, just as things had with Lily? Nathan sat alone in the corner of Brood Awakening, the air thick with the scent of roasted coffee and cigarette smoke. He lit another, staring at the empty seat across from him. A month had passed since he'd seen Lily or Evelyn. Lily's words echoed in his mind. You don't even know your own heart. Evelyn had vanished, ignoring his calls, absent when he visited her apartment. For the first time, he felt the weight of her absence, a gnawing discomfort he couldn't shake. Without Lily, life went on unchanged. But without Evelyn, everything felt wrong. He had a promotion to share, a reunion with an old school friend, a new video game model he'd crafted, one Evelyn would have loved. These were the stories he'd always saved for her, the ones that only felt right when shared with her. He pictured their evenings together, stopping by the cafe for coffee and Beatles tunes, or sitting in the park watching cars pass by, her laughter filling the silence. Lily had been a spark, a fleeting passion. But Evelyn? She was his constant, his rhythm, his home. As he stubbed out his last cigarette, Nathan made a decision. He couldn't let this slip away. Late that night, Evelyn hunched over her laptop, the blue glow illuminating her tired face as she raced to finish the final chapter of her translation project. Nathan's image haunted her, making focus nearly impossible. Her phone buzzed. Asterisk, I need to see you. Asterisk, she ignored it, as she had his dozens of other messages. Another buzz. 星号 5 minutes. I'm outside your place. 星号. Her heart raced. There was no escaping this. Maybe this was the end for them, or the moment she'd have to confess her love and explain why Lily left. With a heavy sigh, she pulled on a soft cardigan and stepped outside. There he was, under the flickering golden streetlight, a silhouette she'd dreamed of countless times. Nathan's hair was longer, his eyes weary but warm. He stepped closer, holding out a bouquet of Gerbera daisies, her favorite, vibrant and cheerful, just like the memories they shared. I've been an idiot, Nathan said softly, his voice trembling. It took me too long to realize how much you mean to me. You're not just my best friend, Evelyn, you're my life. I'm sorry you weren't my first choice, but I'm certain you're the only one I want to walk through life with. Tears welled in Evelyn's eyes. Words felt unnecessary. She stepped forward, wrapping her arms around him, feeling the warmth of his embrace. A tear fell onto his shoulder as she whispered, You're such a fool. We both are. The streetlight cast a soft glow, silhouetting their entwined figures against the quiet night. Somewhere in the distance, the faint hum of a Beatles song lingered, as if the universe itself was singing their story.